Hello guys, what's up? I'm IModernArts here, and today I got a tutorial, might be a two-parter, and it's how to make these cool axe cans and how to model an axe can in Cinema 4D. So it's probably going to be a kind of long tutorial, but it's not very complicated, and it's pretty easy to follow along with. So yeah, so open up Cinema 4D, and step one, I'm just going to be doing some quick render settings for you guys. So click here on the render settings, and you're going to want your output, you're going to want that 1920 by 1080. You're going to want your frame range to be current frame, unless you're planning on making an animation, which you could. And for save format, you're going to want to save it as a JPEG, and give a name like axe. Sorry about all you guys who are familiar with Lynx. I haven't heard of it before, but I guess I read in the comments, I guess it's like a British version of axe, or axe is an American version of Lynx, either way. But this is for axe, so. But it's the same thing. And for anti-aliasing, you're going to want best, and you're going to want the threshold 7 or 8, and the mid-level, just make that 2x2. And options, let's just make the ray depth right here 2, the reflection depth 2, and the shadow depth 6. And then you're going to add the effect, just one effect, ambient occlusion, to get some nice shadows. Change the minimum ray length to 25 and the maximum ray length 300. Just kind of makes the shadows like longer. And make the contrast 30, which makes the shadows darker, and the minimal samples 80, which pretty much is a quicker render. And I think we're good for render settings. So the first thing we're going to be doing, we're going to be outlining part of the axe bottle with an image that I have in the description of this video. And I'll show you what it looks like so you can find it. It should be the first image I have. It's this one right here. It's an axe bottle. So I'll go ahead and get that image from the description, save it as axe body spray or whatever. And once you've done that, go back to Cinema 4D so we can actually start working on something. And you're going to click on Mode and click on View Settings. After that, go into your 4 views and go into the front view, which is like the bottom right view right here. So click on that, and when you have Mode View Settings in the back, under Image, you'll have these little 3 dots, so just click on those. And click on the image I just showed you, whatever you saved it as. I have it as Axe Body Spray. So here you have this nice image, and we're only going to be outlining part of it, like this part right here, the bottom part, not the top part. So click on the spline tool and click on Bezier. Zoom in on your image so you're comfortable with it, and click right here on the right kind of corner to begin, and then go up all the way to kind of the top right corner, then zoom in a little bit more. Just do one line to go across there, and if you, for example, drag a point there by accident, you don't have to edit undo, you can just click the point and drag it back to where you want it to. So just follow along what I'm doing, and just cut right across right there and straighten that point out. This is an important part, so you want to get this perfect. Click a line there. Pretty much click one single line right there, and then go down, click on the bottom left corner, and make sure the points are about at the same height, and just connect them. And then go into your 4 views and click on the perspective view, and you should get something that looks like that, kind of like a bottle. And to make this 3-dimensional, you're going to click on right here on the different types of NURBS, And you're going to want to use a lathe nerve, which pretty much just makes it kind of circular, like a circular spline. And it's a good thing to know how to use the lathe NURBS because it's effective. So you're going to drag the spline into the lathe NURBS. And then you should get something that pretty much looks like that, like the bottle. And don't worry about the top. It's kind of messed up, but you won't see that. Don't worry about the bottom either. Anyway, we got a nice bottle. And that's all we need to do for that. So that's the bottom part of the bottle. If you have an Axe or Lynx bottle in your house, you might want to just get it, so you know more what I'm talking about. Anyway, next thing you're going to do, you are going to make a cylinder and just keep it in the center so you don't have to recenter it later. And for your cylinder, it's important that you get these specs, same as I have them. For you're going to make the radius. Type in 130. Sometimes it automatically goes to 0. So then you're going to make the height 260. And then go to caps and just check off fillet and change your radius to maybe something like 8. So it kind of gets that rounded edge like the Axe has, or Lynx. And then go into the 4 views and click on the right view. It's good to switch between views because it gets a more accurate angle. Just click on your cylinder and with the green arrow drag it up so a little bit of it's overlapping slightly with the other bottle, like that. And now once you did that, go into your perspective view and you got something that kind of looks like an Axe bottle right now. A few more things we're going to be doing. Just a note, if you have an Axe bottle in hand, I'm not going to be really making those little ridges at the top or the or that kind of arrow indent in the top because I tried it and it was too hard to do. Yeah, I'm not going to be getting all the perfect details, but I'll be getting it like I did in the preview, exactly like that. So once you have this basic Axe bottle, you're gonna, let me see, you are going to make a tube, which is under the cube blue tool. Just click tube. Just keep it in the center so you don't have to recenter it. But you're going to make the outer radius. Start with the outer radius and make that 100. And then go to the inner radius and make that 90. And you're going to want to check off fillet. And you're going to make the radius 3. You can't see it right now. That's because it's inside the bottle. But if you go into your right view, just drag it up so a little bit of it is poking out at the top. And I'll explain to you guys why we're doing this later. Just check your top view and make sure it's centered, and for me it is. So once you have something that looks like that, what you're going to do is you're going to click on this tool and click on Boule. And I recently learned this in iDigital Universe's tutorial. Pretty much Boule is used to make one object kind of cut into another object. So to get that kind of circular indent, this is how you're going to make it on the top of the Axe bottle. You're just going to drag the cylinder and the tube. Make sure you have the cylinder at the top and the tube at the bottom in that order, and select them, and then drag them into the boule. And now it should cut the tube into the cylinder. And yeah, I don't want to render it because I need a light to actually I'll just add a light right now for you guys. So click on this 4 arrows and click light and just move it forward and up. Just get a good angle for that, and then you can just center it. And if you want to give it a quick little render, you will see that little indent on the top